taken place. I would request Group Vice Chancellor, sir, to please say a few words, and we can start off.
I think, first of all, very warm welcome to our friends from RMIT, who are very close to our heart. We had long discussions which have taken place in the past. Can it request Professor Chetri, if you can come here? I think you can join us on the stage. Professor Chetri, you can come here. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I think that we enjoy now a very good equation and relationship with Professor Matthew, Professor Chetri, who are coming specially from RMIT, along with Mr. Abhishek Tulsian, right, who is head of the student interaction in India. But I think that there are 4 areas which we discussed in the past, and we need to freeze it now. So this closed group meeting is being held to now look at that how we have to close whatever pending points are, and then take it from there, the steps we need to take further. To my mind, last time when we met, we were looking at the management program. So from our side, we have mapped the programs. We would like to understand now that can we start them immediately? Similarly, we have a biotechnology director here, and we have been able to exchange the syllabuses, etc., from both the sides. So, can we immediately now start the program? Because I think that the formula is very simple. That first part of the program is India, second part of the program is with you. Similarly, in the area of law, which is a new area which we wanted to explore, what else can be done, and in engineering. So, these are the 4 areas. So we would like to understand from you now what are the steps we need to take, and can we add that into the admission brochure of the university, which is already under print now, and can start recruiting the students. We have got broad understanding on the financial models, which we can speak separately. But at least on the academic front, that what all needs to be done, we need to look at. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you very much. And I just wanted also to say thank you very much for your warm welcome. It's always amazing when we visit the campus. And every time I'm here, I'm always inspired by the infrastructure and also your philosophy. So thank you very much for always supporting us. This morning or lunchtime, we had a very good conversation with the international team, but also the management team. And so far, everything else is on track. So in terms of the paperwork for articulation, I have to be said, I'm very happy with the progress. And we've made a lot of progress in terms of looking at your programs and looking at what RMIT is offering. And also we have identified some bottlenecks that needs to be ironed out. So I've got a team led by, I think the India team here, but also at the college level, Mr. Nicholas is looking at the paperwork to make sure that we can have everything in place so that by the next semester in February, we'll have the students articulating into our RMIT program. So thank you very much to everyone else who's been involved in that process. Did I miss anything else, Professor Prem?
No, it's all looking good. I think the RMIT partnership is very critical for us to move forward. RMIT, of course, is a global university with great outreach. The scale is remarkable. And we're taking this partnership very seriously. We signed the MOU a few years ago, and they've been it's been sitting dormant for some time, partly because of the COVID. Now, I think it's a time for us to rejuvenate that and start building that relationship, linkages. And I'm very excited in terms of initiating a range of activities and events we should plan over the next 3 years, leading into greater interaction between academics across 2 universities and, of course, student exchange. So, look, this is a great opportunity for us to actually eradicate some of the bottlenecks and red tape in the systems and come up with a system that works for both partners. The idea is that we are here to understand the needs and the mechanism through which we can support the university. And we are delighted, we're looking forward to this workable partnership where both of us are situated in the win-win situation. Thank you very much, Professor Singh, for your leadership. And we want to move it forward very quickly. Thank you.
I think what we would request is that each one of us who's here, if they can just briefly tell us that where we stand right now, and then maybe the newer comments. To my mind, we have done BBA program, which has already been articulated, and then psychology, engineering, biotechnology, on which we are taking discussions, and law is the new addition. But we'd like to listen first from all of you, and then I'll give my comments. If it is possible, then let's try to close down the discussions today so that we can take back the record of discussions back. That this needs to be done now by the operational teams. We have got some people from the marketing team also who are here because they need to market these programs. But before that, we need to now finalize the discussions. You want to give comments?
At the outset, I must again extend a very warm welcome to delegates from RMIT. I'd like to add that India and Australia are natural partners with natural affinity towards various values like democracy and openness and acceptability of all religions and cultures, and therefore there has been an environment of mutually beneficial partnership between the two countries, and this being extended in the education sector is only natural. It has been happening through at the highest levels, and with RMIT, it's our privilege and pleasure to have a close partnership in various fields that we are looking at, as is mentioned. I would only like to add that, I echo your sentiments when you say that it should be a mutually beneficial partnership. And therefore, we would like to see that we have exchange of students as well as faculty from both sides. Therefore, we will also like to promote our programs of cross-border education that we have launched recently. Thank you.
Maybe we'd like to listen from everyone where we stand. So I think that first of all, from the management programs, Dr. Meghna, if you can talk about what all has been discussed, that will come on the law programs. We already have a articulation arrangement in the management program. So for last time, the discussions which ended, I would like that we should have a briefing from your side where we stand. Can we start recruiting students now?
Thank you so much, sir. And welcome to team RMIT here. Indeed, a proud moment for me. As a teacher also is a proud moment for me when you see your student doing so well in life. So thank you so much. And Udit being my student, so I'm so happy and proud to see him here as part of the delegation. As far as management is concerned, for everybody, my name is Meghna Sharma and I represent management domain here. I'm from RMIT International Business School. We have already, articulation is in place. We have 1.5 plus 1.5 arrangement and also 1 plus 2 arrangement. So we had a detailed discussion on that. A lot of students are ready for the further movement. We discussed that in detail, and two things on which we were working on the arrangement. It has been done, and I'm very, very confident that by February we'll be able to send our student to RMIT for the articulation bit.
Yeah, thank you very much. And this is where the excitement comes in, because when we spoke last time, I can see actions already. So I think we are on track in terms of getting students articulating into RMIT. And the other question that we also wanted to ask is, how can we support you? Because I don't want you just to be working on your own. I think if we are looking for articulation, we also have to support RMIT. So if there's any way you need support from us, please let us know. And we're more than happy to provide that support to you as well.
Thank you so much, Professor Matthews. And we discussed that in detail. And our mapping is all on place, sir. Everything has been finalized, and we discussed about the student also, and I'm confident by February we'll be able to send our student. Ganesh, if you all right.
First of all, warm welcome. The delegation from RMIT. I'm from law discipline. We have three level program. One is a graduate level program, other one is a postgraduate, and a research program that is known as a PhD program. We can just explore, the benefits, the coming together at graduate level, postgraduate level, and research also. At graduate level, what I am looking for is that we can just propose for double degree program. For example, number one, the students who are interested to go for 2 or 3 semester to Australia, to Melbourne, this university, they can earn their credit. Okay. Then that university will issue the degree and we will also issue the degree. This is the one program we can request for. The second point at law graduate level is that the students, some students are willing also to practice there in Australia. So in that case, what will happen that the credit which is required to be earned by the Australian university, that can also be done. Means part credits can be earned by the student at MET Noida, MET Law School Noida, then the remaining credits can be earned by the student at your university. So this can also be collaborated in that tune. So the students who are willing to practice there, they can be allowed. So I think there is a need for a study further on this program. I'm coming to the postgraduate program. Here we have a postgraduate program for 1 year. That is the 2-semester program. That can also be done in a dual degree system. That can also be done through earning the credit system from Australia. Okay. So just my proposal is that, for example, a student who has got admission in LLM program at law level here in post-graduation, we are having, the 12 specializations here, 12 specializations, not a one, 12 specialization, including international, globalization, arbitration, and other matters too. So what will happen that suppose one student earns the degree at, the first semester, then second semester, the student may be allowed to go there and earn the remaining credits, and the dual degree can be issued by both the institute. This is the next program. The other program which I am coming to is the research program. The research program is that we admit the student or enroll the students for completing their PhD program. So we have, the system of 2 supervisors. For example, one supervisor from law department, other supervisor can be from anywhere. Anywhere means from Australian university can be. The supervisor, the co-guide can be from your university, and vice versa also. This can be seen. For example, you are just giving the opportunity to a student in your university, PhD student specifically, then a guide might be from your university and co-guide from this MET Law School. That can also be done. The next point is that we can come together for taking the project, international level projects. We can do research jointly. These are some of my points. Right now, we can come together and deliberation can be taken place on these points. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for the suggestion. What I will do is, as an action item, I'm going to schedule a meeting with Professor Simon Pathen, who is the head of the graduate school at RMIT. And also this is where the law program is based. I'll schedule a virtual meeting with him so that you can talk about the articulation agreement, research, but also any other activities that RMIT and RMIT can do together. So I'll make sure that that thing happen within the next 2 weeks. So it's on me now.
Online lecture system, for example, online lecture system can also be introduced. For example, from MET, if you invite us to deliver because now the law study is going not only the integration, but it is going also in comparative study. So while we are talking of the comparative study, then this system of the reciprocal system of the online lecture delivery can be introduced.
Yeah, I think that's fine. What Professor Bhanu, the Vice Chancellor, is telling you is that they will introduce you with the Dean of the law school there. His name is Professor Simon. Be in touch with them. And then also look at the study abroad program, law students, because I think that we should take a small step because you are giving full agenda. So which is PhD, which is very good, great. But I think it's going to take time. You first keep a target of sending about 30 to 50 students this summer, right, for a program. And then let's look at LLM, right? So if they are quickly taking admission in LLM there, then it will give both the universities something to start with. So keep this as one of the main KRAs, and then rest of the things maybe that you can develop with the So these 2 points we will write in the minutes, that business programs already articulated. We can start immediately now advertising them, subject to few initiatives and few points which are in the MOU, especially the financials about which I'm going to talk. Second is LLM, right? So right now the students who are already doing it, they can take admission advance entry into their LM. We can do a small program, which is a common program which we are offering. We have already created that. And then thirdly, they can do a program in the summers. So May, June, when the students who are right now in the third year or the second year, they want to go, let them go, experience it, so that later on they can be a part of the LLM program. So this is how we are going to market it. Pratik. Ganesh, if you have something.
We discussed the articulation and how to promote those programs, so we'll be working on it. And just we found out one update, sir, that there would be 3 intake options, which is January, July, and October. So we'll focus on more on October for a 1+2 or program. And Ganesh would like to add.
All right. Thank you, Professor Prem and Professor Matthew. Good to see you again in a short span of time. Just goes to show how important it is for you to build this partnership. We had very good post-lunch discussions. We look forward to working on those areas. Thank you for supporting our researchers. We have got support from RMIT, sir, for our SERB researchers today only. So they will be able to fill in application for the research purposes. In terms of articulation, and in terms of propagation, what sir has mentioned about the LLM, we can also, apart from our articulation programs, as you know, there are a lot of RMIT undergrad students, and I was sharing with Udit also, that who go to RMIT. But as we now have our full marketing arm, which Varun will be talking about, we would like to also explore opportunities for RMIT undergrad students, not only from law, but also from business, biotechnology, engineering, to go on to RMIT. We already have 33 students who are in Melbourne right now. And as we were discussing, they may be able to visit you and, look at RMIT as an institution. And a lot of these students are undergrad students. They will be the goodwill ambassadors coming back, talking about their experience at RMIT. And a lot of them actually go on for masters. So while they are there for the next another 3 weeks, there may be an opportunity for them to visit and see RMIT. So these are a couple of things we can start with, and then going forward as a long-term strategy, we can look at more articulations in biotechnology, in engineering that we have been discussing. But thank you very much, and we look forward to closing the discussion with you soon. Varun.
Thank you, Ganesh, and good afternoon, one and all. My name is Varun, and I'm a part of the same team, International Partnerships team. And as we know, a few months back, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and your Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese, they had a discussion on, how Australia is the second largest destination for the international students. Not just because of the great scholarship opportunities, but also great employment opportunities, which is a testament that, we should definitely have, an articulation model in place. I'm not going subject specific because there are subject experts sitting here, but yes, in the last year, I think there were 70,000 students, who went for a pathway program through different 1,100, universities in Australia. So I think the first key is, of course, employment opportunity, the nature of employment opportunity, the excitement of the employment opportunity, and the way of life in Australia. So we look forward to overwhelming partnership association. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Preeti. I'm a part of International Affairs Division, working very closely with the Office of our Group Vice Chancellor, sir. So we are very glad that we are in touch with Professor Matthews, Professor Chetri, and we look forward to have many students visiting RMIT under articulation model in the coming academic session. Thank you so much.
One point, I think that which Ganesh and Mr. Varun were pointing out. So I think that because we already have students, this program we earlier used to do with RMIT, somehow this time it is not happening. But we want to continue with this program, right? So presently, these students and faculty, they are organizing one of the largest research conferences. So there were a number of researchers from across the globe who will be flying to Melbourne for this program. I'm also be flying. I'm meeting your team there. But I would request, if these students, Kanishk, we can ensure that they are visiting you. so that at least that missing link is again established, and they can see that what RMIT has to offer. Also, there are 2 students who had to apply, who had already applied. Their application is with you. So if you can please consider, because I think that they have to reach in February. So if you can clear those cases, so at least you know that these can restart. The program can restart.
Yeah, I think that was our main item on our lunchtime discussion as well. So we are following up on those 2 students. But it's a great idea that if the students are already in Australia, would love to host them, would love them to show the campus, our facilities, infrastructure, meet our academics. So just let us know. We'll make ourselves available. And yeah, I think we can even introduce them not only to the College of Business, but to the other colleges that RMIT is offering as well.
Ganesh, I think that you were earlier traveling, but you have some commitments. But in case you are able to travel, that would be great. So, but in the meantime, maybe 1 hour program can be created. After that, we can give some certificates. It's a joint branding, so that once they come back, they know register RMIT. And I'm sure this is how earlier we used to get some students. So please organize and tell students that once they are visiting, they'll be getting some kind of participation certificate. Just ensure that it happens. Thank you. If I'm there at that point of time, it happens. I'm there for just 2 days. But if at that point of time it can happen, nothing like it. Thank you.
Just a couple of points. Professor Matthew and myself come from the College of Business and Law. So we are representing that college. We're not representing other colleges from the university. So my take on is very clear in terms of the strategic growth in certain areas and creating volume rather than dispersing volume across many programs. So the numbers are not really very patchy. It would be good to focus on management and business disciplines to start with. Once we got the momentum, then we can expand to biotechnology and other sciences and technology degrees. College of Business Law is quite diversified, as you know. We not only have management, HR, finance, economics, marketing, all of that traditional disciplines, but also AI, business analytics, cybersecurity. We're quite diversified, including law. Now, Professor Bhanu has mentioned about opportunities in terms of doing research. Now, we're very excited. In a sense, there is enormous amount of funding from the government being allocated to explore, particularly in 2 different areas. The first one is the defense research. As a part of the Quad, India is part of the Quad with Australia, UK, America, and Japan. There'd be enormous amount of funding being orchestrated and channeled onto those strengths, building strengths. We do have people within the MIT universities who got background in the army. I think they got great connection. And what we can do is to develop a joint proposal for research. There are many opportunities up to funding $1 million, where we would be able to harness some of the linkage that we have in India. And that's what's missing at the moment. We got good connection in Australia, but not much in India. If you can bring those 2 expertise together, I think we got great chance to win grant quite successfully. And law is another example where defense really intersect with law and governance structure. So I'm very excited that you mentioned about the research in law. Supervision, there's no limitation, there's no restriction of us as an academic to collaborate with any university. The 2 processes that we need to take care of. The one is very formal supervision, which become part of the workload. But I'm supervising many students in India on a voluntary basis, on a pro bono basis. So I'm happy to connect you with some of the academics. If you can come up with key clusters, key themes that you have developed within your law faculty, and we can circulate that through the dean of the college there, and then the discussion gets started from there. So we're really looking and very excited to explore those opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, so welcome once again to delegation from RMIT. I'm Professor Dr. Seema Bhatnagar, and I'm representing the Biotechnology Department. As Sir has also spoken, 2 of our students are right now in Australia, And we had discussed last time about biomedical science. And we already have 1+2 and 2+2 pathway, and students are enrolled in that. So they will be mostly available from the fall session. So if that is something that we want to proceed from the next academic session, we will be happy to go ahead with it, because we already have students, and our students, Australia is a preferred destination for them. So if RMIT is also on the, like we have the basket in which we have RMIT also, we'll be more than happy to send our students. And of course, if we can, this time our students can be there because they are in Australia, that would be a good exposure for them to really know what the university has to offer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think like what I said to the law team. So what I'll do is once I go back next week, I'm going to introduce you to Professor Charlie Shui, who is the Associate Deputy Vice Chancellor from the STEM College, and also responsible for international initiatives. So I'm going to send him an email and make sure that there's a follow-up. And if the students are coming to Australia, I'm more than happy for us to facilitate the introductions and follow-up and make sure that they meet the right academics in Australia.
Good afternoon, esteemed delegation. I'm Marut Bish from the Office of Group Vice Chancellor. It's really heartening to see our old friends, especially, our apex leaderships, Dr. Gurinder Singh sir himself and Professor Martin Bean. They have been very close allies. I would echo what my colleagues just said. We'll start off with short-term strategies of student exchange, short-term mobility, and then build upon these strengths and send students upon articulation programs. And later we take it to the different level of, advanced research and PhDs. I heartily welcome all of you and look forward to a long-standing association. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Udit. I work with RMIT University as recruitment coordinator. So basically, sir, you were talking about the link between university. That's what I and my team works out here. So we are the links. We provide that sort of support to student initially, starting with that process where they come with an understanding about a university, about the location, how to go with that particular process, and to ensure that they have a smooth transition to university. That's what our job is. And especially after COVID, we have been resuming this partnership, and we have been working along. It's been close to 6 to 7 years. Been working with RMIT University, and we are looking for a strong partnership further, and ensure that in case if this goes well, we and our team working together, especially to ensure that we have a group session for students. Will provide that sort of support services where individual students get that sort of direct contact with the universities, so that application process are further a bit more smoother. And again, later once the applications are processed and close to the intakes when they are traveling, will ensure that students do have a pre-departure session being conducted.
I think good points. I would request Ms. Preeti and Kanishk, if you can just write all this in minutes. So 2 points we need to look at. We need to decide on the recruitment strategy now, that how we should see good numbers, great numbers, qualitative numbers, and also quantitative numbers. So for that, I think 3 very important steps we need to take. Earlier, students were going to RMIT because our study abroad program was very powerful. So we were doing it with RMIT. Now it has stopped. So I would very strongly recommend that we should immediately start. Right, and we should start from summers. For example, law students, great numbers, they want to go. Business students want to go. We can also look at New Colombo plan. I think that last time you have not sent the students. So that link, which was earlier existing, it is somewhere there is a gap. So we can immediately start looking at faculty and students from both the sides coming. So these 2 programs we will immediately start. Right. Thirdly, I think that we will create a program which is Internship Australia program. So where we like to send you 100 students. So we are already in touch. I think that Dr. Meghna, Dr. Sandeep from law, quite a few people, biotechnology. Similarly, our 3 continent programs. Students want to experience Australia. So if you can, and we have got a very good relationship. So when I'm when I'm going this time to Melbourne, I am going to speak to the president of the Australian Indian Chamber of Commerce, who have promised now about 50 internships to our students. But we need to create. So I think that rather than only coming from industry, if it is through RMIT, and I can introduce you if you want. But then it will be a very big thing if we are able to create good internship opportunities, because when the students go there, they ultimately look at what kind of job scenario is there, what kind of career is there. And then we can say that, well, if you do MBA at RMIT, then you will get much better jobs. So rather than selling, we want to concentrate more on giving qualitative inputs to the students. They become the student ambassadors and they talk about it. So these are the 3-4 points. And also we will create now calendar of activities, which we need to do with RMIT. For example, we do admission seminars across India. So when we are doing admission seminars across India, maybe one person from your team can come, from your international team. We'll be very happy from our side. Varunji or Ganesh, right, or Marut or Prateek, they will be very happy to go around and take you to the various parts of India, and then we can give joint presentations. But unless we move from the university and go into the market, student numbers will not improve. So I think that is very, very essential. So we can put these in the minutes. Also joint branding. So we may need to keep some budget for the advertising and joint marketing of our programs. So from our side, we are pushing it. But if you can discuss internally and then can come back to us, that will be very helpful. So we'll send you these minutes, whatever we discussed, and then we will take it forward from there. For New Colombo plan, maybe it would be a very good thing. And as Admiral Bhatnagar was saying, that we will be very happy to provide similar internship experience to your students. So if you want your 50 students or 30 students, totally depending upon you, we will be able to create very good experience for them. We did similar exercise with the students from Bristol. We did with the University of West England. We very recently did with Nottingham. We are done with Sussex. And we have planned 100 such programs. It's a very big initiative. In the latest rankings which have come up, MIT has got the best ranking in internationalization. You must have seen on my LinkedIn. So all other universities, including public and private, we in the QS ranking, our ranking is best in terms of internationalization. Second, we have sent highest number of students abroad. So no other university is even closer to us. Thirdly, even in international research networking, we are amongst the top 3 in the country, which means that we are thirsty, eager to create meaningful linkages, meaningful platforms where we can help our partners also to grow and also strengthening our own profile. So we request you, if these 6-7 points you can take back, these are very focused ones. And then from there, we should build our relationship. But we are very happy that you came here. On behalf of our founder, chancellors, vice chancellors, my own behalf as a group VC, and on behalf of everyone who's here, right? We once again thank you for your time. Please convey our best wishes to the Apex management. I will be there for 2-3 days. I will surely meet everyone there. But we are very happy that our discussions are very fruitful, positive, and we are taking it forward. And thank you so much, Udit. Great to see you. Please keep coming. You should make it point that you come every week here. We will not steal him. Yeah. But he's a go-getter, very smart, and has been our student. So good to see you. And keep coming. I'm sure that if we will work together, we will be able to have our niche in our relationship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, and the esteemed guests. With this, we come to the felicitations. I would request Team ID to please step forward as we felicitate our guests. Please keep applauding for Professor Matthews Nicoma, Associate Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy International and Engagement, RMIT Australia. We also have with us Professor Prem Chhetri, Supply Chain and Logistics Management, School of Accounting Information Systems and Supply Chain, RMIT Australia. Also, Mr. Udit Tyagi, our own alumni, and proud to meet you.
Let's have a combined photograph.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining.